This is Power Lines, the show that pulls back the curtain on how power really works. Your hosts are Robbie and Terry, both 15. Every week they break down who really runs things and how regular people can push back.
Welcome back to Power Lines, the show that pulls back the curtain on how power really works. I'm Terry.
And I'm Robbie. And today we're asking the question that actually keeps journalists up at night. Who decides what's in the news?
Like, is there some guy in a bunker somewhere going, "Yep, that story's in, that one's out"?
Spoiler, it's more complicated than one bunker guy, but also kind of not.
So let's start at the beginning. Every news organization has editors, and their whole job is deciding what gets covered.
Think of them like curators at a museum, except the museum changes every single hour and sometimes things explode.
And the number one thing editors ask is, will people care about this? Which sounds obvious, but it shapes everything.
There's actually a name for it: gatekeeping. Journalists have studied this since the 1940s.
A researcher named David White literally tracked every story a Wire editor received for a week and logged which ones he killed and why.
Most rejections? Not interesting enough, which is kind of terrifying when you think about what never made the front page.
But it's not just one editor anymore. Here's where it gets wild. There are about 6 major media companies that own most of what Americans watch and read.
6 companies, covering a country of 330 million people.
That kind of concentration means similar stories, similar angles, sometimes similar blind spots.
Though inside those companies, individual journalists still fight hard for the stories they believe matter.
Right. It's not like the CEO calls down and says, ignore the school board meeting, usually.
Usually, but ownership does set the culture, which sets the priorities, which sets the tone.
Then there's advertising. Most free news is free because advertisers are paying to reach you.
And advertisers tend to get uncomfortable around stories that make their customers uncomfortable.
So a car company sponsoring a news segment about traffic deaths, awkward.
This is called the advertiser influence problem, and it's been documented going back decades.
Now throw in the internet and everything changes again.
Because now the algorithm decides. Facebook, Google, YouTube, they don't just deliver news, they rank it.
And the ranking is based on what keeps you clicking and scrolling, not necessarily what's most important.
Studies show that emotionally charged headlines, outrage, fear, surprise, get shared about twice as much as calm, factual ones.
Twice as much. So calm and accurate is at a structural disadvantage. That's a real problem.
Which is why your feed might have 3 stories about a celebrity meltdown and 0 about a city council vote that affects your school.
The city council vote is arguably more important to your actual life.
But the algorithm doesn't know that. And honestly, neither do most of us until it's too late.
So we've got editors, owners, advertisers, and algorithms. Is there anyone else at this table?
Oh yes, you audiences shape news too. When people stop watching something, it disappears.
And when people share something a million times, every outlet rushes to cover it.
It's a feedback loop. We reward certain stories with our attention, and outlets produce more of those stories.
Which means we have more power here than we think, but also more responsibility.
Media literacy researchers call this being an active audience, questioning not just what you read, but why it was shown to you.
Great questions to ask. Who funded this story? What perspective is missing? Why is this trending today?
Is this story actually new, or is it a slow problem that suddenly got a dramatic hook?
And maybe, is there a city council vote I should know about?
The big takeaway is that news isn't handed down from some neutral mountain. It's made by people with pressures, incentives, and deadlines.
That doesn't make it all bad. A lot of journalists do genuinely important work and fight for it.
It just means the smartest thing you can do is read widely from different sources and ask who's deciding what you see.
Power over information is some of the most important power there is.
And now that you know how the machine works, you're already one step ahead. See you next week on Power Lines.